Hello, MTB Hopper Ramp channel. We are back with a bit of an educational and fun video for you. We're going to be showing you 5 of the best ways to use a hopper ramp. We've got the backpack special here. This is quite possibly the best ramp in the lineup, purely because you can wear it and take it out on your daily sessions. So I really like that. So we're going to set this up in a few different locations and show you why it's so good. Let's get into it. Number 1 then, this is the wall ride. For this, I like to set the ramp up at about a 45-degree angle to a nice clear wall. You don't want a wall that's got a doorway in it or a gap or a hole, because it won't work, will it? So we've got this set up here. We're going to come in at a nice speed, and then let me just show you actually. It is quite a weird trick, to be honest. The confidence needed has to be quite high because you literally pedal at a wall and you have to know that you're gonna land 2 wheels on it. If you go into it with not enough confidence, you're gonna go into it sideways and then you always hit your elbow and slide down the wall. So the best thing you want to do really is to find a wall that's got a slant to it. That way it's going to be a lot easier because you don't have to get completely sideways. But it is fairly simple once you've got it. So if you can find a more slanted wall, you can do exactly what we just done then. Other things to take into consideration are the distance of the gap. If you're too close, it doesn't really work because you don't have enough time to get the bike into that sideways position. So you want to have a bit of a gap on there, hence why you need a bit of speed and confidence. So let's just get a little slow-mo long shot and you can really work out how it's working. Final bit of advice for you with the wall ride is to hit it the way that you would air a quarter pipe or your preferred way of hitting a berm. We all have our preferred way, and that's generally with your front foot to the wall. So if your foot is like this on the bike, you're going to go the opposite way to me. That's just because of how our bodies work, and that's the natural way to go. So that was the wall ride. Get yourself a ramp and get walling. The next best feature to make out of a hopper ramp is the nose bonk. So this opens up loads of different furniture to become a rideable feature. So this is just a bench, like norms, like normal people would just sit here like this, probably like, you know, text their mates, get a little takeaway and eat it here. Not me. I've put a hopper in front of it because if you hit it at enough speed and with enough skill, you can bonk your front wheel on it and ride away, pumped on life like this. Once again, this is quite a confidence needing trick, but it is very simple. It's just you got to hit it at the right speed because this gap on here is quite small, so it's quite easy to do. This is to show you that you don't have to be intimidating with it, but that gap could be double the length. That's why it's scary. You got to have good control to put your front wheel in the right place. If you're going to try this first go, you should probably do it up onto something that doesn't have a gap. If you went too far and did that, you'd go over the handlebars, and if you didn't do it enough, you could go over the handlebars, and if you did it too much, you could go over the handlebars. So you just got to get a feeling for it first. There's a good little location over there. I can show you how you'd be able to learn it slightly, so let's have a look at that quick. We're quite lucky with this spot here because you can fully learn it without any consequences, because this is a slight step up to a higher level car park there. If you didn't have this, you'd obviously just have to send it, but here's a sort of easier version. As you can see there, without there being any danger, you can land on your front wheel. Now if we look at it in slow-mo here, you'll see that I'm approaching, I land on the front wheel, and then you have to almost hop a little bit off of the front wheel. This is so you level out. So if you were to do it on the bench, you don't just stay in that position and crash on the landing. Very difficult, but super fun. You can do it anywhere once you've learned it. Let's have a look at the next one. Number 3 then, and this is gap jumps. The MTB Hopper ramp opens up gaps that wouldn't have existed without this ramp. It's so easy to move around, super portable, and like you've seen here, it's set up in front of a hedge that obviously normally you'd walk round, you'd drive round, you'd ride round, but with that set up you can launch over it like this. See, this is literally like having a Tony Hawk's game in your pocket. Gaps are opened everywhere. It's just so good. Get gapping right now. Next to the wall ride, this is one of my favourite things to use the hopper ramp for, and that is to get onto stuff that you wouldn't necessarily be able to hop up onto without the ramp. I could just about hop onto this, but it wouldn't be very comfortable. But with the hopper here, you can make this bit of concrete into a rideable feature that any normal person would never look at. But when you've got this on your back, set up here, you've got a sick little riding spot. So let's give it a go. For most of you, that would probably be scary enough, but for me, that's a walk in the park. We are in Castle Park. I was going to try and be funny. I'm just going to 180 it. Here we go. Wow, that was actually scary. That's about the length of my bike, the whole top bit there. That was kind of close to destruction. But as you can see, that just made a block of concrete become a sick rideable feature, and I'm pumped on life. Another fun option for this spot here would be hop on, tuck off like this. Now obviously some of this stuff I'm doing is kind of ridiculous, but if you're lucky enough to find a zone like this that's nice and small, you can build up to bigger senditures by basically rolling up from your ramp. Let's get a little 360 off there for you. Nice hair. So yeah, so far we've done 4 things that are really fun with the MTB Hopper. Most of the things wouldn't exist if you didn't have that ramp. So we're going to do the final and most obvious one with a simple step down. Put the ramp in front of a landing and jump down it. Easy. Let's have a look. Here we go then. The finale. The best thing you can do with a hopper ramp is put it on some grass with a sloped piece of grass behind it, i.e. a landing. This is a step down, and you can literally do this anywhere. We've just driven around and just seen this and we're like, cool, let's do it. We're not going to go ridiculous on tricks now because I want to inspire you and show you you don't need to do backflips, 360s, tail whips, tuck the handers and decades and stuff off this ramp. So here we go, quick fire 10 tricks you can do off this ramp right now for a beginner. One hander. Here we go then. I haven't done that stuff for ages, but this is just so much fun, isn't it? We just set it up there and you can just play. Imagine if there was a squad of you all hanging out, tricking each other, doing fun stuff. Can't beat it. So that was 5 best things to do with a hopper ramp. Go and get yourself one and enjoy it.